I met you before.
Where do you meet me before?
I don't know where.
You don't know where?
I remember your face.
Oh, yeah, but that's classic, that, isn't it? I mean, when you want money from me, you say, I've seen you before. You see these photos? I send these to your mother. Hi guys, Steady Eddie here, this time with a story of betrayal, anger, jealousy, spitefulness and possibly even illegality. So, I was in this bar in Pattaya having a night out with a couple of friends. Good night out, good atmosphere, no problems. So we went into this bar, which appears to be run by this rather feisty looking Thai lady. Good looking woman, if a bit mouthy for my taste. Now, it was all going well, and then she started flirting with my friend, sort of getting up close and personal sort of stuff. Now, this was all very, very well until this European bloke, who was about 50 years of age, came over and voiced his opinion about this. It turns out that he, in his words, had been with her for 5 months. That's right, 5 months. And now he's going home on an aeroplane, and this is how she repays him. This is the memories she's leaving with. She's in this bar, flirting openly in front of him with my friend, the guy she's only known for 5 minutes, okay? Now, he said he's been with her for 5 months, okay? Her version is that they've known each other for 5 months, which is not necessarily the same thing. Either way, an altercation ensued, and he did something that is quite diabolical of the modern world. He took out his smartphone and he flagrantly took a picture of this Thai woman flirting up close and personal with my friend. He took a photo and then he angrily said, "I'm going to send this to your mother." Well, I don't know what her mother thought she did for a living, but that's another subject. But either way, this guy was behaving in a very, very spiteful way. He quickly left the bar after that, sulking. My friend said that he had a bit of sympathy for this guy because, the guy's had been on holiday there for 5 months. He wants to go home in a good frame of mind, and here he is with this woman he'd been with for 5 months, his words. She's openly flirting with another guy, and it's all a little bit unpleasant really. But remember, she said that she'd known him for 5 months, not the same thing as being with him for 5 months. So we thought this is the last we saw of this European guy, but no. You see, this Thai woman, a bit feisty, gobby woman, she thought to herself, well, two can play at that game. So she took a photo of herself in a sort of intimate situation with my friend, and then sent the photo for spiteful purposes to the guy's phone. You know what I mean? Two can play at that game. This is the modern world, and, some people do things like this. So, the European guy returned to the bar, visibly angry and humiliated. He mouthed a few unpleasant words to the Thai woman. She mouthed a few unpleasant words back to him. And then he had a word with my friend, and, he was visibly very, very angry about all of this. But then, what he did then was a step upwards in the game. He then took out his smartphone and he showed some very, very naughty photographs of this Thai woman in various stages of undress. You see these photos? I send these to your mother. Oh dear, things are getting very, very unpleasant here. I sort of had the feeling, things are going to get nasty here pretty soon. Anyway, the guy followed her around the bar, and she was attending to other customers, but he was mouthing some unpleasant things at her, behaving in a very, very spiteful way. And anyway, it got to the point when she picked up her phone and called the police. Now, this was Saturday night, so things were a bit, obviously very, very busy. We waited a while. The police didn't show up. The guy wasn't going anywhere. He was still hovering around the bar, making a nuisance of himself. But so the police didn't show up. But it was all really, really quite an unpleasant situation, really. So anyway, what do you think of all of this? It's a complex situation and raises all kinds of questions. The guy was clearly angry, but was he simply being unrealistic? I mean, at the end of the day, these are working girls here, and they are motivated by money. I mean, that's why they're in this business. The guy clearly had a very, very unrealistic attitude. He's not a kid, don't forget. This is a 50-year-old man, and you would have thought he behaved in a bit more realistic way. But his behaviour was purely spiteful, and there's no excuse for that, certainly not from a guy his age. Something tells me that in the time that he was with her, he wasn't over-generous with his money, because if he was, then I don't think she would have behaved like that. But either way, I don't really know the situation here. You've just got to read into it what you can. But sending naughty photos of her to her mother, I mean, how terrible is that? I mean, what kind of behaviour is that? In fact, I mean, that's highly illegal in Britain now. There's a name for it. It's called revenge imagery. Well, it's actually called something else, but for being YouTube friendly, I think we'll call it revenge imagery. I don't know if that's against the law in Thailand, but it certainly is in Britain, and it's been quite topical in recent times. But then again, she's no angel herself. I mean, she played the spite game to wind him up. She sent pictures of herself flirting with my friend, and that wound him up even more. All a very, very unpleasant situation. I had a little bit of sympathy for the guy, but only a little bit of sympathy. At the end of the day, 50 years of age, seeing his behaviour, his spiteful behaviour, really, I mean, it's all about being realistic. And at 50 years, he clearly wasn't a newbie to Thailand. He'd been there for 5 months. I mean, you've got to assume he'd been there before. So if he doesn't know the script by now, he never will. But to behave like that, no excuse for it whatsoever. Well, let's look at the elephant in the room here. At least, even though he's angry and he's behaving in a spiteful way, at least he knows the true nature of the girl, and he's not going to make the dumb mistake of sending her money every month when he's back in his own country, the way some guys do with the girls. I mean, maybe that's what triggered off, the altercation in the first place. Maybe she knew that he was leaving and was trying to get him to agree to send her some money every month. And because he's refused, she's got angry, uncaring, spiteful. She's been behaving like no angel herself. Maybe she just simply doesn't care about him. She just regards him now as another tight-fisted farang. So what are your opinions on all of this? What do you think of his behaviour? What do you think of her behaviour? Let me know in the comments. So, thanks for watching, and remember, if you're coming to Thailand to have fun with the ladies, then have fun with the ladies, but please be realistic. I mean, you look at this guy, don't behave like this guy did. He's been in Thailand for 5 months, a 5-month winter holiday, and he's going home at the end of it with a bad taste in his mouth. Can't be right, can it? Anyway, guys, take care. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.